Good morning, everybody. Welcome again to Empowering Morning Conversations. And today is session number 591, and it's a milestone. And I'm so happy today because I have somebody whom I will introduce in a little while. But let me first tell you once again, what is the purpose of Empowering Morning Conversations? Is to allow us to have a life that comes to us with ease, joy, and glory. To allow us to shift from our auto survival mode, the routine mode, in the rut mode, to a create mode. To keep on dissipating all the negativity that we pick up from time to time, from other people and from circumstances, to help us all become possibility seekers rather than those who keep complaining all the time. And this is there to help us to increase our focus and energy. And to do this, we always use this formula of ours, P is equal to small p minus I. So what is P? Performance. So whatever you desire, you want a life of ease, joy, and glory. So you'll have to do something, or you will have to be somebody to get it. The kind of being that you are today does not allow you to have that. What is small p? P is the potential that you inherently possess. And what is I? I is the interferer. So potential means inherent ability or capacity for growth. This includes knowledge, skills, ability, experience, and the ability to find out what you don't know. The ability to find what you need in order to do whatever you desire. That ability you have, the potential you have. So what is not stopping you from fulfilling that potential is called interference. And today, and one thing you should know by now, we've been covering one interferer after the other every day, even though I may not call it an interferer at that time. But we are covering interferers every day. And most of your interferers are either in your mind, in the form of your reactive behavior. They are in your mind in the form of your automatic beliefs that you have, the points of view that you have, and so on and so forth. So your interferers are there either in your mind or your body and your emotions. And today, we have a person whom I regard a lot. A, because he's from the armed forces, a veteran, and I have great regard for them because I know what makes an army officer, and especially an infantry officer. So these are the guys up there in the dirt, fighting in the front. Their ass is on the line, as they say. So here's a man, and I'm also proud that he belongs to the same regiment that my father used to belong to. So it gives me great pleasure, and I'm honored to welcome Major Narayanan, who's going to talk about managing the mind. Of course, he's given a different title to it. He says, mind your mind. Otherwise, your mind is going to take you to places where you don't want to go. So over to you, Major Saab.
Thank you. A warm welcome to all of you. And a special welcome to all the wonderful souls out here who keep meeting every morning, day after day, week after week, month after month. We are slowly inching towards our 600th meeting. And it gives me great pleasure to present this small presentation on mind. Ours being a very, very interactive forum, I would like to start the discussion with anybody who can just see what you think, what mind is, where mind is. It's the most misused or misunderstood word, I should say, next to love. So if one can, I can see Vetrivel start smiling. Any of you, can you just share some of your thoughts on what mind is?
Good morning, Major Sir. Your starting and your presence looks very powerful. Thank you for this. According to me, mind is like a collection of thoughts and a collection of thoughts in a constant flow. Major sir, you are muted.
Yeah. Anybody else? Like Neeti ma'am?
Shanti wants to say something.
Yeah, please.
Good morning, Major sir. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
And good morning, everybody. I think mind is not in the brain. Mind is all over the body, all over our body. And we think that mind belongs to us. No, we are separate from the mind. Mind is collection of thoughts and experiences. But we are more than that. As a human being, as an individual, we are more than those experiences and thoughts.
Excellent. Hasina ji also wants to pitch in.
No, I have not thought of anything. Thank you.
Any other thoughts?
Good morning, sir. For me, mind is the thought process, nothing else.
The thought process of the mind is present throughout the body. It's present in each and every cell, tissue, and muscle of our body, as per Shanti ma'am.
Neeti wants to say something.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. What is coming to me listening to everybody over here is suddenly my understanding of mind is changing at this moment. I feel mind is more of a ball of energy within us, and how we use it and how we manage that energy is what is coming to me just now.
Thank you.
It is not a shape, it is not an object, it is not an organ, but it is just a culmination of a lot of energy, and we think we own it, but we don't. That is what is coming to me just now. Thank you.
Great. So we can surmise that that part of our brain which makes us think, remember, have our thoughts, feelings, and intelligence or emotions, can that be construed as somewhat what mind is all about? Kuldeep ji?
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
I also feel that this is the activity of thoughts, the place where activity of thoughts, not a particular place. It is throughout the body and maybe all the time.
Thank you, sir. Any other thoughts? Any differing thoughts? Kamal?
Sir, I want to share one
Yes.
more idea.
Yes, Shanti ma'am.
I have read the book of Dr. V.S. Ramachandran, who is an expert in neuroscience. He explains mind as when the neurons, two different neurons, fire together, when they join, the human mind forms there. When two different ideas, the neurons are full of our thoughts, memories, and all that. When two neurons, separate neurons, fire together, when they join together, the mind appears there.
Thank you. Villinur Ramachandran is supposed to be one of the foremost neuroscientists of the century. He's also called as the Marco Polo of the century. Marco Polo of neurology. That is what people say about Dr. V.S. Ramachandran. Villinur S. Ramachandran. Villinur is a small village near Pondicherry. He's hailed as one of the top 100 scientists of the entire world. He keeps visiting India every December. The next month he is supposed to come to Chennai, Delhi, and Mumbai and give lectures in various centers of excellence. This definition, as rightly said by Shanti ma'am, is same. Two different neurons wire together and fire together. That can be taken as one of the definitions of mind. Thank you, Shanti ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Kamal?
On a lighter note, I think mind is a business. That is why we are told mind your own business.
Yeah, Major Saab, for me, I think mind is our somewhere our invisible friend or counselor or guide. Like if you ask for a help, he will help. Otherwise, no, it will not give you anything. So it's your invisible guide or counselor, which I say.
Oh, great. You can say a good servant, but a bad master.
Yes. Yeah, you can say that.
Probably you are able to slowly start gain control over it, rather not to give control to it. You either control your mind or the mind controls you.
Mind
One
control.
of these.
Correct.
And they say it is all in the mind. Shakespeare would say, what is mind never matter. What is matter never mind. That is one of the others, like lighter side, as Vetri would say about mind. And Eckhart Tolle would say, all problems are illusions of the mind. Whatever you think as problems, whatever you term as problem, they're all illusions of the mind. That's what the famous author Eckhart Tolle, who had written a book called The Power of Now, he had got, that's what he is saying. And they say the sky is not the limit, your mind is. So mind has got different connotations, different definitions and different meanings, depending upon the person who's been using it. So in today's session, we'll just, provided all of you are ready, we'll just open up the discussion further and then see how to take it further. Any thoughts, Mr. Abhinav?
Yeah, good morning. I think according to me, my mind is one possible avatar of me, one possible interpretation of me. That's it.
Very right.
Thanks. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Fine. Any other thoughts?
Good morning, Major. Yeah, good morning, Major. So the mind is not only all over the body, it is also outside the body. For example, the personal space, right? When somebody comes very close to you, even without touching you, you know, right? So mind is not only within the body, it can be outside the body as well.
Thank you, Rama. So Kunen has just joined. He's also getting ready. Salute to you.
Very good morning, sir. Very good morning.
Morning.
Salute to Major, sir. What's the topic today? Something.
Mind. We're just discussing about mind.
Where is Mr. Sukhdeepak Malwai? Is there?
He's looking at you right now.
Oh. Namaste, Sat Sri Akal, Jai Shri
7:14 पे आ रहे हो. सत श्री अकाल.
अरे जनाब वक्त तब्दील हो चुकी है मुझे किसी और को भी
ओके
जवाब
ओके
देना
समझ गया. आई नो क्या हो गया. इट्स फाइन.
Sorry, sir. Thank you. So I see Mr. Major has taken charge. Okay. Tell me, Major, what's the question?
We were discussing about mind and what is our interpretation of mind.
अरे बहुत खतरनाक चीज है सर. Very dangerous. I think I remember Sukhdeepak sir always said that mind is your, it could be either servant or master.
Friend
For
or
me, it's a very powerful tool which can bring the consciousness, awareness, the thoughts. It's a tool basically to be aware of everything. Be aware of your consciousness. Be aware of. It's a very powerful tool. That's what I take it. Thank you.
We also define strong. People say it's strong mind, weak mind, strong will, weak will person. Can that be considered as similar? Will and mind?
I don't know. I'm not the expert of mind, but I don't know, sir.
It is said that strong minds suffer without complaining, and weak minds complain without suffering.
I think other day, Sudeepak sir had mentioned the mindset. So most of us basically, if we are in the default mode of blaming, complaining, all
Correct.
this negativity, then that's what is the mind gets set as a default mode of negativity. So what we do every morning with the empowering morning conversation, we shift our mind from default to create. So in the simple form, we can say that we can set our mind. We have the power to set it. It's just a tool. It can be managed.
Very right. Thanks a lot, Konanji. Any other interaction, any other views?
Sir, I want to say one thing in Tamil. In Tamil, mind is called manadu. Those who possess manadu is manidan, man. The person who possesses the mind is the man. So mind belongs to this one special species like us, human beings.
Yes. Same thing in Hindi. Man or manav. Manas or manota. So all similar sounding words. Manamadu Samayanal Mandiram Javike Venda. That is one of the famous couplets in Tamil. Vetri must be getting ready with this bag of Tirukkural at the end of the session always.
But Major Sahab, I have a question. What is the difference, sir, between people use the word mind, also the brain? So what's the difference, sir, between these two?
Brain is the hardware and mind is the software. Very, very simple. You can't see the software. You can see the hardware. Brain is the hardware and mind is the software. That's it. The recordings of the brain are present in the mind. You can't see the recordings in a CD or in a chip or in a USB pen drive. So it can be roughly colluded or alluded as hardware and software.
Okay, sir, got it.
Thank you.
Hardware, software.
Shall we just go to the PPT, sir, or Sudeepak, sir, you would like to add on?
No. Are you going to present the PPT?
No, you can do, sir. Depending upon the flow of interaction, you can.
You present it now because you know which way you wanted to go.
Right. Let me just do.
Yeah, I like PPT. Please show.
You'll get heavy PPT today.
Mind your mind. Oh.
Mind your mind and ignite your mind. So that's what we're going to do. We're not going to set your mind on fire because we do not know where mind is. We can't see mind.
Major sir, put it in the slide mode.
Just a minute. Just a minute.
There's a tiny screen now. On the bottom bar, you'll see it.
F5.
Just a minute.
F5. Press F5.
Thank you. Is it okay now? F5.
No, it hasn't come yet. Doesn't matter. You stop presenting. I'll do it from my side.
Thanks.
You can keep talking.
Just a minute. Yeah. So mind your mind and let us ignite. The famous book by Abdul Kalam is Ignite Your Mind. And that explains the query raised by Kunainji. Brain is the hardware and mind is the software. That leads to the next question to ponder. What controls our behavior? Is it our conscious voluntary mind or subconscious involuntary mind? Any thoughts? And what is the percentage that you feel can be attributed to conscious mind or subconscious mind?
Thank you, sir. Sorry, we saw the next slide.
So you can, but not everybody, You always take a quick peek.
If I want to contribute from my side, I can say from my book knowledge, it's 95% is involuntary and 5% is voluntary. Thank you.
Fine, good. Not very, yeah. Here it is. Next slide. It is 90 and 10. So you're not seeing the slide fully. Before you had seen it fully, this slide got changed. But they say in Hindi, takriban theek. So more or less correct. So 90% is the subconscious mind, which always lies hidden down the surface. And conscious mind is just 10%. Conscious mind has what is called, it thinks, plans, analyzes. It's got what is called the short-term memory. And subconscious mind is much more beyond. A lot of things go beyond the ken of subconscious mind.
Yeah, so in my terminology, when we explained the structure of the brain to you, brain number 1 and brain number 2 is what you would call as the subconscious mind. And brain number 3 is the rational mind. Great.
Fine. So, subconscious mind is more powerful, much more powerful, infinitely powerful than the conscious mind. If only we are able to realize its power and put it into good use, we'll be able to achieve whatever we want, and that will help us reach the destination much more faster, easier, effortlessly, true to the tagline of EMC, with ease, joy, and glory. So subconscious mind is aligned to the principles of our tagline of our vision of our EMC. That is why we've been able to align our activities, thoughts, and behaviors with the subconscious mind, making it life becomes much more easier, joyful, and more glorious. These are the various actions of subconscious mind. So there has to be a perfect amalgamation between body, mind, and spirit, where all these three aspects meet, that we can call as awareness. Like Mr. Sukhdip Malvai would say, are you aware? Or are you speaking with awareness? So that awareness is very, very powerful. And the more you're able to be with awareness, rather be mindful, that is the term which has been doing the rounds for the past 10 years or so. The term mindfulness was existing earlier also, but a lot of thought has been given to the particular word mindfulness during the past 10 years. So that is where the meeting point between body, mind, and spirit, awareness. So that takes us to the next slide. How we normally view our own world or self-world. We have external, internal, and our own state. Very, very simple. Can one of you explain it? Can one of you read it also? Vetri, are you getting ready?
I think Minister, if you carry on, otherwise you will not meet the timeline.
Fine. So just our results always are determined by the external factors, internal factors, and our own state of mind. Everything boils down to our behavior, and then it goes to the outcome or the chosen results. We can just go to the next slide, sir. My state is nothing but perceived reality. And there is something called brain dominance, about which a lot of water has flown under the bridge. Left hemisphere and right hemisphere. People say left brain, right brain. It is not the right terminology. It is only right and left hemisphere, right and left parts of the brain. Right part controls the creativity, imagination, and the figure, the heuristic or conceptual. The left controls analysis part, logical, mathematical, rational. You can just go to the next slide, sir. This brings us to the famous saying, the mind can achieve what it conceives. And as has been already said in EMC, you're only always separated by just one single thought. You're always one decision away from achieving a totally different life altogether. Either to get up from the bed and joining EMC or not. The moment you get up, log on to EMC, and there you'll find your life turning a different dimension. And what you give power to has power over you, provided you allow it. And whatever we plant in our mind and nourish and cultivate by repetition and emotion will always be a reality sooner than later. So, yad bhavam tad bhavati, the scriptures also say. So, whatever you feed your mind on, how you're able to nourish and cultivate it, that will help you achieve your goals much more faster, effortlessly, naturally, and seamlessly. It is said that man is not what he thinks he is, rather what he thinks he is. It requires repetition again. Man is not what he thinks he is, rather what he thinks he is. We had a lot of discussion about that. And the powers of the mind are like the rays of the sun. When they're concentrated or focused, they always illumine. If you just place a paper underneath the magnifying glass, slowly, with the rays of the sun, when they're focused, you will see the paper burning. And Mahavakyas are 4 pithy lines summarized from all the 4 Vedas. One of them I just said, Yad Bhavam Tad Bhavati, Aham Brahmasmi, I am Atma Brahma, Prajnanam Brahma. Prajnana is nothing but consciousness, pure consciousness, mindfulness, or awareness. That is what the summum substance of the entire Vedas. I'll just give you a few examples where a person's mind has held over matter. For ease of our own understanding, I just given the years only. 1908, 1903, a very rather strange phenomenon happened. The New York Science Digest came out with an article saying that however hard man can try to fly, he'll not. Only birds can fly. Man just cannot fly. 2 young guys,
cycle mechanics,
never read that article. And exactly 2 weeks later, they took a small flight. And it's a different matter altogether that the flight took off and it was in the air only for a few seconds, 17 seconds to be precise. But what happened thereafter? The entire world has turned upside down. That set the scientists thinking that if one mind can, that's the power of the idea. One person can think, and just by the strength of the person's idea, the entire world took the idea and took to different proportions. Now you have intercontinental flight, flying without even refueling for more than 17 hours. What started at 17 seconds, now it has been made possible. Non-stop flight goes beyond 17 hours. 1893, you'll find Mahatma Gandhi. At that time, it was just Mohandas Karamchand. He was thrown out of a moving train, 7th June, on a very cold night, the railway station is called Peter Maritzburg. You still have a statue erected in his memory on the railway station. And when he was kicked out, he said, "You kicked me out of this train, I'll kick you people out of my country." So just one little thought. We'd seen how one decision can alter your life. One thought by one person started gaining currency, and it became a movement. And in all of 54 years, 1947, he was able to make his dream or wish a reality just by the power of one single idea. And 1969, you say the moon landing. 1948 was the year that US had set a target of making a person land on the moon. And various scientists said it will take minimum 200 years. And just in a matter of 21 years, they made it possible. And that is the realization that people thought, if a person can land on the moon, then everything is possible. So that straightened so many things. And 1953, you would say, the Roger Bannister, the first man to run the mile in less than 4 minutes. Before that, nobody's even thought, nobody's even tried. But when people said it is impossible, he made it happen. And the same doctor or same cardiologist who said, or rather pulmonologist who said it is not possible, is that human beings' lungs are not designed to run the race in less than 4 minutes. He had to reverse his mind. And then this guy said, I had given a challenge to you before starting the race, that I'll achieve it, no matter what. Now that I run the race, you will not be able to run the race that I run, but I'll become a doctor and I'll prove you wrong. So he goes and studies medicine and he becomes a doctor and writes a famous book, Mind Over Matter. It passed away just 2 years ago, Roger Bannister. In 1498, you would say Christopher Columbus setting out and then reaching a place and finally saying that he has discovered new lands. That is the time when the entire world thought that the western seas were unnavigable. Nobody can cross the western seas. He made it possible because he just thought it is possible. And you find Rosa Parks, who's been thrown out of the bus, 1955. 1975, the emergency. People knew that after the emergency was over, a new government has come in, and the Prime Minister hailed from a prohibition state, and the entire liquor stocks fell down. So everybody started selling it at a feverish pace. Nobody was buying it. But one guy who started buying it at the same frequency as the people had been selling the stocks. And when the government fell and the next government got reinstated, this guy became a millionaire. So you must be knowing more about it. And there are two types of people who always make others happy. Once when they start speaking, others when they stop speaking. I belong to the second category. Over to Mr. Sukhdeepak, sir.
Thank you very much. And what a blessed day it is. We are talking about a particular topic, and we have this old friend of mine who's decided to grace us on this call this morning. And my friend Guru Nandan Singh, who is someone who's making a lot of money by teaching children how to use their minds. And not only is he teaching children, but he's teaching people from the Air Force also. So let me invite him. Guru Nandan, welcome. Sat Sri Akal. So nice to see you again.
Sat Sri Akal, sir. Thank you so much.
As you were. Koi badlav nahi aaya. You look the same.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. And it's my pleasure. Thanks to Niti ma'am. She connected us back, and I'm so glad to be here. I'm sorry I was trying to be here from last 2 days, but I could manage today, and I commit that from today onwards I'll be every day. I'll be here. It was so interesting to see the slides and hear Major. It was really amazing. So my
coincidence bhi koi cheez hoti hai na?
Correct.
Providence wanted that you should come on a session when we are talking about the mind. That is why you came.
Absolutely. My greetings to all the people on the Zoom meeting today. Very good morning and Sat Sri Akal to all of you. And I'm very happy and glad to be part of this group now. Thank you, Sukhdeepak sir, to make me part of this group. Thank you so much.
So do you want to say something about what you do? Because it's quite connected with what we do, but in a very different way.
Yeah, I was able to resonate. Yeah. So everybody, I'm Gurnandan, as you see my name out there, and I represent this organization, Head and Heart. I came to know about a concept called brain optimization about 7 years back. I was in corporate for 23 years before I took a plunge and came into this to take this as my passion, as my profession. I'm a product of training, so I always thought that training.
Just 1 second.
Yeah.
Major Saab works for the same company where you worked for so many years.
Wow. Was that Escortel?
No, he's in Airtel.
Airtel, yeah. So I was part of Airtel Punjab. Okay, great. So, I learned few things in my corporate days about system and processes. And when I learned about this concept, and I am a very passionate trainer as well, because I am product of a training. So I always thought that training can change people's life, and it can change here 6 inches. The 6 inches can be changed only with training, nothing else. So when I came to know about this concept called brain optimization, we do so much to, shape our body, tone our muscles through exercises, through diets, through various things. But we hardly think about how to enhance the efficiency of this particular thing called brain, which is the most important organ of our body, which controls our action, thoughts, senses, internal organs and external limbs. What to do to enhance this? So I started learning about few facts of brain. When any newborn baby comes to this world, he or she comes with 100 billion neurons in the brain. And as we speak today, 86 billion neurons are active. Where are 14 billion neurons gone? They're not gone anywhere, they're dormant. Right? Now, how to help our brain to, bring them back into active stage is what is the efficiency or productivity enhancement that we can do from any level to the next level, wherever we are. So there are a lot of facts. I don't want to hijack this meeting, but yes, I love to.
We've got you can speak for another 5-6 minutes if you want to.
Okay, thank you so much for this opportunity, sir. And frankly speaking, this particular concept actually motivated me, and I thought to take this to the next level. And during one of my personal visits to Malaysia, I came to know about this concept, and I thought, okay, let my daughters go through it. So it all started from my own personal experience, and my 2 daughters, Mehak and Jack, they went through this program called brain optimization, and I was totally taken back. A lot of people, they still don't believe how it is possible. So our brain has got enormous powers. It has got so much into it that we hardly are able to unleash even 5% of it. So we all know, I'm not here to give any gyan, but I'm here to share my learnings out of my life and my knowledge. We all know that, like this Major said, that 10% is conscious brain and 90% is subconscious mind. Everybody knows that Power of Subconscious Mind is one of the bestseller series book written by Joseph Murphy. But no education system, no teacher, no parents teach a child how to use subconscious mind, right? How to use it. Nobody knows, nobody teaches, nobody talks about it to the children. And wherever we say that subconscious mind is more powerful than conscious mind is 10%, subconscious mind is 90%, then why is not a part of curriculum? Who will talk about it? It's too late by the time we are into professional life and a lot of responsibilities come on our shoulder, and we are in daily, chores of life. We are not able to even think about it, right? Now, another very important fact, we keep telling our children, when I was a child, I was being told, concentrate, focus, concentrate, focus. And that's what I used to tell my daughters, concentrate, beta, focus karo, concentrate karo, focus karo. भगवान का शुक्र है बच्चे ने कभी पलट के पूछ नहीं लिया. I'm sorry for Hindi. It's really thanking God that child has never come back and asked me how to concentrate. अगर आज हमारे बच्चे हमसे पूछ लें कैसे concentrate करें, we don't have an answer. We ourselves are struggling on concentration, right? So the point is, we need to understand ये जो software है, ये जो hardware और software है in terminology of the presentation, the brain being hardware and mind being software, how to rewire it, how to make it better, how to work on it. That is the main question, right? And how to make it a part of the curriculum for the students so that they are able to learn, understand, and make it a daily, a part of their daily life. So there are exercises, like there are exercises for body, there are exercises for brain, which can actually make the efficiency of the brain to go to next level. There is no good or bad memory. It is a trained or untrained memory. Like there are 4 P's to management. There are 3 R's to memory: registration, retention, retrieval. So someday I will definitely request Deepak sir to allow me to take a small session whenever possible. And I can definitely share my learnings and help you to understand how can we make it better. And I will do some practical training for you to learn it also. It's not,
why don't you do it tomorrow?
Whenever you say, sir, I'm okay.
But you join in at 6:55.
I'll join at 6:45, sir, not a problem.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, sure. So definitely we'll definitely speak about it tomorrow. Thank you, Deepak sir. It was so wonderful being here, sir.
Thank you, Guru Nandan, and thank you, Niti, for connecting me back to someone whom I like so much. And I think it's very fitting, the topic that Major Saab took up. And like I was saying before, we have great potential, but the interferers do not allow us to use that potential. So what are the interferers? You know that very well. And all interferers, most interferers are in our mind. All right. So when Major Saab said he wants to talk about mind, I said, go ahead, because we have been talking about the mind, and now quite a coincidence that Guru Nandan also joined on the same day when we are talking about the mind. So I'm so excited about it. And we look forward to seeing him with us tomorrow morning. And well, having said that, we are coming to the end. But Guru, we never end our sessions without something very special that we do here. So first we'll have some Tirukural from Vetrivel, and then we'll have Shairi. We got 3 other Shairs also. Commodore Kuldeep Chaturvedi we have, Kamal we have, and the resident radio announcer, voice wala, Dr. Kunen Shahidi. So Vetrivel, over to you. Quick Tirukural, then Kamal, and then Kuldeep, and then Kunen. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. Can you take a minute to say something to Major, sir?
Please do.
Thank you very much, sir. Major, sir, it was so powerful. Actually, some of the few observations quickly. You said at the end the 4 Mahavakyas, and you didn't mention it in the Sanskrit, but I was capturing every moment by mobile. You mentioned everything looks like a Mahavakya, the whole presentation. Thank you very much for taking such a great effort and coming and presenting it to us. And you said you are the person when making happy when you leave, not at all. By simple your presence, you make everybody happy. And
absolutely.
One final thing is, I always wonder how many measures are there, because you go everywhere, learn everything. And one final word which on behalf of EMC, I want to tell you that you are the God's example of what is humility is. After achieving all those things, but you are just a living example how to behave. Thank you very much for inspiring all of us, Major Sir. Thank you very much. And on the Tirukural, welcome to Guru Nandan also. It goes in Tamil. I don't know how much you are familiar with Tamil, though I will give you explanation with my level best. It says this way: Tinai tunayam kutram arinum panai tunaya kolvar pali nanuvar. The explanation is, those who fear guilt, if they commit a fault small as a millet seed, will consider it to be as long as a Pilmeria tree.
Palm tree.
Yeah. A Major Sir can interpret better if you want to.
No. Millet is a small grain.
Yeah.
And if you are able to receive small millet worth of help, and if you're able to realize it at the appropriate time, that can be considered as big as a palm tree. So the comparison between a small millet and palm tree. That's it.
Thank you, Major Sir. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, all right. So, Kamal, it's your turn.
Yeah. Good morning, all. Good morning. Thank you, Major Narayanan, sir, for that mind exercise, a kind of thing, and that is what we are doing every day in the EMC. You know, we are churning our mind and take out all the makhan. We're churning the mind and bring out all the makhan every day, small. And yeah, regarding Shari, there's a Shari which is more on the Dimag part only. दो शब्द तसल्ली के नहीं मिलते शहर में, दो शब्द तसल्ली के नहीं मिलते शहर में, लोग दिल में भी दिमाग लिए फिरते हैं. Who can translate it? I don't know. People think more from their heart, good, bad, decision, judgment. So that's the idea. Thank you, sir.
All right, great. Thank you very much. Kuldeep ji.
Sir, excellent presentation by Metasha. Very insightful and very powerful. शायरी के लिए कहा है कि जिंदगी को खुलकर जीने के लिए एक छोटा सा उसूल बनाए. जिंदगी को खुलकर जीने के लिए एक छोटा सा उसूल बनाए. रोज कुछ अच्छा याद रखें और कुछ बुरा भूल जाएं.
Very beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you, Kuldeep ji. Do you have a translation?
To live life fully, make a small rule or a small guideline. Remember every day something good and forget every day something bad.
Beautiful, Major. Kuldeep ji, thank you very much. I have taken a note. Your couplets are always very powerful. Thank you, Kuldeep ji. Now our resident sire comes. Mr. Kunain, go ahead.
Oh, thank you. शायरी जनाब, आज तो दिल की बात हो रही है, दिमाग की बात हो रही है कि एक शेर मेजर साहब के लिए और एक शेर सभी लोगों के लिए. मेजर साहब, इजाजत है? सुखदीपक सर चले गए, उनके लिए भी एक शेर बोलना चाह रहा था.
वापस आ गया हूँ.
वेलकम. तो जनाब, अर्ज किया है कि दिल का मामला है तो दिल की बात कुछ हो जाए कि कभी टूटा नहीं मेरे दिल से तेरे याद का रिश्ता. कभी टूटा नहीं मेरे दिल से तेरी याद का रिश्ता. गुफ्तगू जिसकी भी हो ख्याल तेरा ही रहता है. गुफ्तगू जिसकी भी हो ख्याल तेरा ही रहता है. तो ये मामला जनाब. और एक शेर अर्ज करना चाहूंगा कि होती नहीं मोहब्बत चेहरे से, होती नहीं मोहब्बत चेहरे से, मोहब्बत तो दिल से होती है. होती नहीं मोहब्बत चेहरे से, मोहब्बत तो दिल से होती है. और चेहरा खुद ब खुद अच्छा लगता है. चेहरा, आउटर वर्ल्ड, ऑल द सेंसेस, चेहरा खुद ब खुद अच्छा लगता है. कदर जिनकी दिल में होती है, कदर जिनकी दिल में होती है. आधा वर्ष.
Thank you. Would you like to translate it also?
ट्रांसलेट तो आप ही करेंगे सर अच्छी तरह.
नहीं, तुम ही कर लो यार, टाइम कम है. We are already exceeding our time.
तो नीति जी से कहते हैं ट्रांसलेट करेंगे.
Looks like.
दो के बाद कंफ्यूजन हो जाता है ना, इतने सारे सुन लिए अभी.
नहीं, last one you do.
होती नहीं मोहब्बत चेहरे से, मोहब्बत तो दिल से होती है.
You don't love a face, you love a heart.
चेहरा खुद
You
ब
love
खुद
from your
अच्छा
heart.
लगता है. या चेहरा खुद ब खुद अच्छा लगता है, कदर जिनकी दिल में होती है.
Those we respect and we care for, we begin to appreciate their appearance. The appearance may be less than perfect, but then we appreciate their appearance because we have respect for them in our hearts.
Beautiful. What a way to end a session. So thank you guys. Thank you everyone for being here. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And we will have our friend Guru Nandan tomorrow to talk to you a little bit more about the mind and the brain, because that's the topic which we are dealing with. All right. Yes, Kunain, you want to say something before we end?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask Guru Nandan Singh ji, thank you so much for coming to sir. If you can also share some thoughts or some of your research work, what is the connection between mind and heart, sir? Because I had read somewhere that the heart is considered as also important part of mind. और हार्ट का भी एक माइंड होता है शायद, पता नहीं.
Kunain, एक काम करते हैं. Tomorrow he is going to be taking the session. You ask him that question tomorrow.
ठीक है sir.
How about that?
Thank you so much.
He'll have time to explain it.
Blessed. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
God
Thank
bless
you.
everyone.
Thank you. Bye.